All right. Well, evaluation anyhow, so we can. So, all right. I would like to call to meeting the St. Mary's County Board of Education meeting for Wednesday, April 27th, 2016. With that, do I have a motion to move into executive session?
I move the board enter into executive session for the purpose of personnel, collective bargaining or legal, property acquisition issues, and student issues under Maryland Local Government Code Article Section 9-512A, numbers 1, 2, 6, and 10.
Do I have a second?
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, so we'll go back and. Okay. All right, I'd like to reconvene the meeting, and we are going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, first up is a approval of the agenda. I have a motion to approve the agenda.
I move approval of the agenda as presented.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried, and we will start with board reports. Ms. Lee?
Well, first I'd like to welcome everyone. Good evening. And for my board report, I will be talking about a presentation I'm not sure if I've really shared yet, but in response to the Youth Drug Prevention Summit, the St. Michael's Catholic School, a few students attended, and they went back to their school and were thoroughly impressed, and so they wanted student leaders who ran the Youth Drug Prevention Summit to go to their school to talk to all of the 7th and 8th graders about general drug use and the transition to high school. And so I'm happy to say that Sarah Davis and Taylor Wolt, both from Leonardtown High School, who are both freshmen in 9th grade this year, are going to be going there on Thursday to present to the 7th and 8th graders at St. Michael's Catholic School. I am impressed with these individuals because this is their first year being involved in the summit. They came into high school and heard about the summit and were interested in being involved, so they came to our planning meetings. And then they ran the summit activities for the middle school students. And now they are going to split up the teachers. And then they're going to open it up to a question and answer session for the 7th and 8th graders to talk about general concerns that they may have about the transition to high school. And so, since I only have a few board meetings left, I think some of the things that I'd like to highlight is that I have had these excellent opportunities to be a leader in several different ways. Things like leading the Youth Drug Prevention Summit, which are much more concrete and more maybe obvious to the public eye, but then also presentations like this where other students go out and are able to accomplish things because of these efforts that all of us have worked on together with. And it's highly rewarding for me to learn that aspect of leadership where you're enabling others to do their best and to make an impact on the world. So I also feel grateful that our community has recognized the efforts that students are doing and like being involved in the summit, and they want to hear more about that message that we have shared throughout our community. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Carney?
Okay, but the full schedule we have, I'll ask the people read my report when the minutes are posted.
I'll do the same. Just really quick, I would like to thank Mr. Smith and Dr. Walker and Mr. Thompson. I was called two Sundays or a week ago Sunday from one of the county commissioners regarding our assistance with the Lieutenant Olmschneider funeral. PG County was requesting our assistance for busing some of the groups. All three of them pretty much jumped into action. The request ultimately became too great for us to handle, and they went a different route. But I do appreciate all of their work. I know that there was a lot of conference calls and meetings and rearranging of schedules and buses, if need be, in order to accommodate that request. So thank you very much. So, Mr. Washington?
I attended the Green Holly Elementary School Multicultural Day, and it was a day of many cultures from all over the planet. It was like going to different countries without leaving the country. The purpose of Multicultural Day is to provide students with the knowledge and understanding of a diverse group of people, including their history, custom, culture, family life, food, dress, celebrations, and a whole lot more. After all, America is the most diverse country in the world. Since we live, work, and interact together, it is best that we learn about each other. Exposing our students to multicultural education helps them to develop a positive self-image and to prevent stereotypes, prejudice, and discrimination. Educating students also ensure they are culturally proficient, which can lead to a safe, nurturing, respectful, and learning and working environment. Throughout the entire school, there were demonstrations, decorations, food, and visuals. 25 classrooms had their rooms set up for a particular country, and they were decorated according to the culture of the country and its people. Students did all the research, they choreographed dance routines, presented PowerPoint presentations embedded with video, that's what a third grade class did, made decorations, and presented a program. A multicultural luncheon was provided, and Mr. Smith, our superintendent, and Mrs. Montgomery really enjoyed the luncheon.
We tried it all.
Yeah, it was really good. The following were presented: Polynesia, Mexico, Ethiopia, Philippines, Africa, Egypt, Brazil, Spain, France, Switzerland, Indonesia, Norway, Italy, Native Americans, Japan, Finland, Australia, Poland. It was wonderful. A huge thanks goes to Mrs. Adams, principal.
The music was wonderful. The orchestra was fantastic, and just had the best time. If you've not taken the time to go to see one of the plays or musicals that are performed by our high schools, I really hope you'll take the time to do so, because I took my daughter. We had a great time. It was a wonderful evening, and I'll just give a quick shout out to the RoboBees. They opened the Hive recently in an open house, and they are presently in St. Louis for the World Championship. So go Bees.
And I have about 2 pages of things I could read to you and talk to you about. I will say that the Special Olympics last Friday was something very, very special, and a shout out to all who participated and supported. It was really a wonderful, wonderful event. Alan Rayleigh and his wife Summer were running all about it. It was great. It's quite a testament to our community. Everything else, just read in and post it. And if you're curious as to where Scott's been. So with that, let's get some
Rock and roll.
recognizing going on.
Fowler, you're on.
Good evening,
Good
Mrs.
evening.
Ely, Mrs. Washington, board members, Mr. Smith. We are here tonight for the Citizens Advisory Committee for Special Education to present their 4th annual Rise Up Award. This award was begun several years ago in order to recognize those who go to extraordinary lengths to make the lives of children with disabilities better. And I would like to give a personal shout out to Casey for the support and advocacy that they provide to families who have children with disabilities. So I would like to introduce Mrs. Elizabeth Snyder, who will be presenting the awards.
Thank you. My name is Elizabeth Snyder. This is my Vice Chair, Leslie Popularczyk. We're going to get this started. So, each year, the Citizens Advisory Committee for Special Education is extremely honored to recognize special education staff that go above and beyond their daily duties. This year is the 4th annual Rise Up Awards, and let me tell you, we had many great nominations from parents and caregivers that it was a tough task to select only 3 groups to present in front of you tonight. But these 3 groups definitely stood out above the others and deserve special recognition. Our first award goes to a team in transportation. We are delighted to present this award because our bus drivers and aides can be underappreciated for their jobs they do. Imagine as parents putting your child on a bus and that are unable to communicate their feelings and needs like a typical child. Many times, children are put on buses having tantrums and genuinely scared during transition periods. The drivers and aides are not only responsible, staff takes time to get to know each child and learn how they can help start and end each day happy and calm. These 2 staff members are perfect examples of the caring team that parents and teachers appreciate tremendously. This nomination is from the Snyder and Popularczyk families. Lynn Sullivan and Lori Long, please come forward. While they're getting set, I'm going to read a brief description of the nomination that the families put in. Lynn Sullivan and Lori Long have been transporting Abby on bus 284 for multiple years. They have been with Abby on the bus for most of her schooling. Lynn and Lori are always very helpful and communicate with us every day. They let us know Abby's moods and behaviors, good or bad, and are always great supporters of her. Both of them make the bus ride as smooth as possible and are always willing to listen to us if changes need to be made. Without them, Abby's school transportation would not be the easy thing that it is. During our last 2 transitions from elementary schools, Lynn and Lori have helped maintain the consistency for Abby. This has made the transitions between schools much easier to implement. Lynn and Lori should be recognized for their outstanding contributions to Abby and all the students that they transport every day. Thank you and congratulations. And of course, Abby's mine, so she's here and it's happening. But I made it through.
Go. Perfect. They're coming.
Okay, hurry. Okay,
Nope.
Leslie, we can do it after too.
There you
Okay,
go.
we can do it after. Thank you guys, appreciate it. If you can go ahead back, we'll get a picture afterwards, or do you want them to stay at home? Oh,
Well,
after
if
we'll
you
get a
have, if
picture.
you have everybody, if you
Oh,
can stay
stand.
right there, go off to the side. Remember, we talked about this before we
Maintain.
started. So if you stay right there, we'll gather everybody together, and then at the conclusion,
I'm
we'll
sorry.
take one picture. Remember,
That
pop
happened.
up, the whole thing?
Everyone
Avery
else
over there?
will follow
All right,
next time.
absolutely.
It'll be me that made that only mistake. Okay, our next award goes to the teacher from Great Mills High School. Her nomination is from the Bird family. Margaret Menard, please come forward.
Peggy.
Did I? While she's getting ready, here's the nomination from Catherine Bird. I would like to take the opportunity to recognize Margaret for the Rise Up Award. She's a huge asset to the Great Mills Special Education Program. She organizes and oversees an after-school club 3 times a week that benefits my son in many ways. Her contributions help develop her son's social skills, time management, and sportsmanship towards peers. Margaret also helps her son stay organized at school as well as keeping up with his daily classwork and homework. She receives a lot of helpful information from her regarding upcoming events and workshops. She is a very kind and compassionate teacher. Margaret also goes above and beyond to help her son receive a great experience during his first year of high school. Thank you and congratulations. And our final award goes to a team from Chesapeake Public Charter School. Several of these staff members received more than one family nomination, which really shows the commitment to all of their students. The winning nomination is from the Grubb family. Patrick McKay, Jenny Kay, Miss Kay, I'm allowed to say that? That happened. Miss Clapp and Miss Carey, please come forward. And while they're getting, this is from Catherine, his August's mom. Before her son, August, a 6-year-old with Down syndrome, stepped into Miss Clapp's classroom this year, countless hours of planning and collaborating had taken place to ensure August's success in kindergarten. Miss Clapp had his general education teacher spent the summer working with him weekly to keep him in the school routine and familiar with both herself and her classroom. Throughout the summer, we had many conversations about the next school year and shared resources. And after each conversation, she left feeling so relieved and fortunate to know that someone was taking so much time to get her know her son and wanted to make sure he was so successful in her classroom. When the school year started, she knew it was clear that the energy and dedication was shared by all of his team members. Miss Carey, his special education teacher, was reviewing his IEP and after observing him and working with the team, proposed some changes to the IEP to make goals more appropriate, measurable, and attainable. They get so much information about his progress on a daily basis that they're able to celebrate with August and keep him moving forward. Miss Kay and Mr. McKay have both done a beautiful job supporting August in areas of celebrating his strengths. They have high expectations for him and are truly able to see him contributing as a valuable member of the class, which translates to acceptance with friendships of his classmates because they see him that way too. His teachers have set the bar high for his future educators and have developed a love and appreciation for school and learning that will be essential for his future. And I thank you very much. And congratulations. She's just asking about family. So we're good. I just want to say thank you. It's very important, and we want to make sure we recognize everybody, and we can keep going and on, but I'm not. I promise.
And thank you so much for all of that. Now we're going to try the photo thing. So come out and around here. We're going to pop up, and we're going to have Miss Avery take a picture.
I wasn't paying attention.
Start here, she'll squeeze in.
We just stand for it. I wasn't listening either. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna have 2 rows of the recognies, so we can have one group pop up and then the other. There you go. There you go. Come on forward a little bit here. Put right here in between their heads. There you go. Slide over.
There you go. Right.
There you go.
Okay.
Am I getting in? I'm just going to hang out on the side.
All right.
We talked about getting a picture from where Dr. Marr is. Let's try that one. There you go. You get the whole group in, and there you go. Look at that. All right. Fantastic. More than welcome to stay, but if you left,
Congratulations.
All right. Well done. All right, we're doing an audible on the...
Thank you. That was lovely. You're great.
Great job.
Yeah, exactly. Light and fun.
Okay, so for the next recognition, there was a request for an interpreter. Is our interpreter here?
Sign language.
Yes.
Interpreter?
No?
Interpreter? Anybody?
Okay. All right, so
Interpreter.
until he or she arrives,
We're going to hold
we,
off.
Right.
we are going to skip the world teams for right now, and we are going to move on to the SMECO challenge recognition.
Oh, let's do some
With Ms.
SMECO
Wilson.
math.
Thank you very much. We had a tremendous crowd at the SMECO Elementary Math Challenge this year. Those of you
And what
who
did
were
that
there-
look like?
It was a lot of people.
It was.
It was a lot of people.
It was.
And what a nice problem to have, by the way. This year on April 2nd, we hosted the SMECO Elementary Math Challenge at Margaret Britt Middle School. Teams of 4th and 5th grade students competed on an individual team test and a team challenge. The top 5 individual scores for each team were combined with the team challenge score to determine the winning teams. This year was the most heavily, I would say by far, attended math challenge in history. 21 teams competed with 18 public and 3 non-public schools competing. And we have potential for more schools next year, so it's a good thing. And I want to thank SMECO for this wonderful sponsorship they do. The 4th grade students with the top 3 individual scores are recognized. They are, in 3rd place, Connor Zara from Evergreen Elementary School. Second place, we have Alexander Meyer from Evergreen Elementary School.
Yep. Yay.
And in first place, Jaden Arnold from Leonardtown Elementary School. And the 5th grade students with the top 3 individual scores are 3rd place, Cal Matai from Leonardtown Elementary School. Second place, we have Daniel Aaron from Evergreen Elementary School. In first place, for the 2nd year in a row, is Benjamin Dodge from Leonardtown Elementary School. I'd like to especially thank the Leonardtown Elementary School coaches, Melinda Young is here in the audience. Can you give us a wave, Melinda? And then it was brought to my attention that they had a couple of parents that helped the team out tremendously, Sue and Mark Boaz. If you can give us a wave. Thank you very much. And the coach from Evergreen Elementary School is Janine Davis-Smith. Janine. And Kim Summers, the principal of Evergreen, is here in the back of the room. All right, so now the winning teams are, and some of you will get more than one certificate tonight. We have Jack Archer from Evergreen Elementary School, and we'll go through these pretty quickly. Now, I know a lot of people are out in the lobby. There you go, Jack. There you go. We have Nathan Harrington from Evergreen. I'm just going to read the whole Evergreen 4th grade team. Ryan Kelly. Come on down, Ryan. Ryan has a sibling here tonight. Lily Logan. Congratulations, Lily. Alexander Meyer. Grant Pritchard. There you go, Grant. Grant Taylor. And Connor Zara. And again, the coach is Janine Davis-Smith. Janine, don't let your hand get tired, because the winning 5th grade team is also from Evergreen Elementary School, coached by Janine Davis-Smith.
Coach extraordinaire.
And we have Daniel Aaron. Come on down again. Abby Albano. There you go, Abby. We have Henry Churia. There you go, Henry. Congratulations. Manasa Iswara. Kelsey Kelly. There's our sibling. I think that's the first time we've had brother and sister. There you go. Emily Konechny. Dominic Laurel. Thank you. Hayden Mahoney. Your legs are kind of tired. Mine too. And Dylan Rowe. And once again, a thank you to Kim Summers and Janine Davis-Smith. And by the way, to Mrs. Bailey and Mrs. Washington who came out this year. Thank you.
All right, we're going to have everybody line up here. We have fifth graders in the back row. Tighten up and sort of go shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
So fifth graders back here, fourth graders come up front here and try to get right in between each group.
You won. You stand anywhere, you got two teams.
This way a little bit, kind of turn a little bit, so this way everybody's looking this way. No. Ready, see if you can't see, feel free to shuffle up to the front.
Okay. More math. And some poetry. Yay! And some art. How we doing? We're good? All right. So wait before, did everybody get? You were all very patient? All right. Oh, we got one more. Wait. All right. Thank you. Sorry about that. Nice job. And they all look so handsome and lovely and perfectly put together. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Keep rolling with.
I have no
Yeah, well,
idea.
we'll wait to the next smack
Multiple issues.
and then we'll go from there. Just keep rolling. Okay. But we had confirmation that they were to be here, and they just haven't. So. Yeah. Seats down front. It's the best view in the house.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I don't know, no takers.
You're trying.
Yeah.
There you go.
Is she there?
They finally went down.
Yay.
Do we have her? Our interpreter?
Oh, no, I was just saying that
Oh.
the folks there.
Okay, and another shuffle.
Hopefully nothing happened.
Make sure to visit our webpage and go to the YouTube channel. For the board meeting, it'll be posted probably within 24 hours. You can see yourself up there. It's good stuff.
Send the link to all the family
Send the
who
link
couldn't
to
be here.
everybody, family, and friends. Let them view it.
Is that competition for the blue crabs, right?
I believe so. That's a whole cheering section. Looks like we're ready for Mr. Jaffers. He makes his way.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
there's
we
those
got,
seats
we got
up
some
here.
seats. We got seats. Look at that front row.
Hello.
Because they need to stage
Have an usher.
I know, exactly.
Welcome all.
Let's take up a collection.
All right, no, read.
It's like the premiere of Star Wars. You might not get to sit with your family.
How many people were in that lobby? I mean, when I walked out, they were packed in there too. It's like church at Christmas.
I was going to say it's the second service. Sorry.
I think we're ready.
Okay, good evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
Mr. Carney, nice suit.
I got the message.
Great minds think alike, you know. On February 6, 2016, middle school students from Chesapeake Public Charter School, Esperanza, Margaret Brent, and Spring Ridge Middle Schools, respectively, represented St. Mary's County Public Schools at the Southern Maryland Chapter Math Counts competition at Calvert Middle School in Prince Frederick, Maryland. A mix of 21 public and non-public middle schools from Calvert, Charles, and St. Mary's counties, consisting of over 130 students in the Tri-County area, participated in this event, sponsored by the Southern Maryland Electric Cooperative Incorporated, better known as SMECO. Middle school teams that finished in the top 5 overall and individual participants that scored in the top 25% at the regional competition were invited to participate in the Math Counts Maryland State competition to be held on Saturday, March 12, 2016 at Johns Hopkins University, Baltimore, Homewood campus in Baltimore, Maryland. Unfortunately, I was at class with Mr. Smith, and we weren't able, at least I wasn't able to attend, so I
Lifelong
apologize
learners.
profusely. But next year, I'll be back in attendance.
Yes.
From Chesapeake Public Charter School, and this was a threat here to the St. Mary's County people, we had to finish in the top 5, and I was rewarded, or at least we were rewarded in St. Mary's County. Chesapeake Public Charter School, coached by Taryn Parsons and Aaron Torgensen, finished first overall in the team competition. Let's give them a round of applause. The official team members, and when I mention your name, come on up and stand with me and be recognized, were Annalee Johnson, Dorian Brognac, Derek Nichols, Hannah Torgensen, and Liam Smith. Derek Nichols finished 3rd overall. Annalee Johnson finished 5th overall. Hannah Torgensen finished 7th overall. And finally, Liam Smith placed 24th overall. And all 4 placed in the top 25% of all individual participants. Let's give them another round of applause. We'll call them back up, I guess, but let's give them one round of applause.
Why don't we keep them there? Don't let them wander. Keep them right here.
All right. And we can probably slide down a little bit.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Okay, Esperanza Middle School, coached by Chris Adams, finished 3rd overall in the team competition. Official team members were as follows: Gavin Furlong, Justin Martin, Allison Robinson, and Emma Statz. Individual participants were Amanda David, Olivia Furlong, Vanessa Gregorio, Cameron Ray, Albert Stum, and Luke Wakrowski. Esperanza students that qualified for the state competition and placed in the top 25% of all individual participants were as follows: Emmy Statz, 2nd overall, Allison Robinson, 4th overall, Cameron Ray, 19th overall, and Albert Stum, 21st overall. Clary Taylor and Axel Rocchio also participated in the Math Counts competition in February. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Spring Ridge Middle School, coached by Mr. Tom Galligan, finished 11th in the team competition. Official team members were as follows: Holland Henderson Boyer, Sassistan Kasarat, Andrew Nigg, and Kevin Seo. Holland Henderson Boyer, who finished 16th overall, qualified for the state competition by placing in the top 25% of all individual participants. Last but not least, Margaret Brent Middle School, coached by Craig Mojareski, finished 16th in the team competition. Official team members were Isaac Dalton, Jack Gerard, Turner Mudd, and Amy Smith. Individual participants were Blake Alvey, Faith Bouch, Ben D'Angelo, Evan D'Angelo, and Jenna Mojareski. Let's give them a nice round of applause. So this is our Math Counts. Everybody, let's give them a nice round of applause.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just the way you're standing. Move right over here like that. That's a perfect triangle.
Oh, yeah.
And then I see coaches.
There you go, right over there. There you go.
Coaches and principals, if you're here, push in, come on.
There you go. Like I said, we're going to angle this way.
Yeah, we're
Everybody's
gonna
gonna
say
look this way, all
right
right?
there,
So
there's your.
if you can't see me,
All right. Thank you very much. Congratulations, all. All right. Go middle school math. Thank you, Mr. Jaffers. We're ready for.
Since he's already there.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Let's call out some teachers.
Yes, we are on to the outstanding math and science teachers.
Yes, as we wait for everybody to depart and then come back in, we're going to acknowledge the SMECO Math Teachers of the Year as well as our Math and Science Teachers of the Year. SMECO, they also sponsor the Teachers of the Year, and they are a wonderful partner with all of us. They recognize great teaching in the Tri-County area, and they're very generous both with their time, their service, and their money. Definitely, we'd like to give them a round of applause right now, just to acknowledge what they do for us. I'm going to turn the podium over to Ms. Loker here for elementary math.
Good evening again.
Hello again.
I'd like to recognize this year, or SMECA would like to recognize Melissa Bean, a fifth grade teacher at Benjamin Banneker Elementary School, as the SMECO, St. Mary's County Public School SMECO Elementary Math Teacher of the Year. Ms. Bean is from St. Mary's County originally and graduated from Great Mills High School. It's a shout out for Great Mills. Before attending Towson University and then teaching in Baltimore County. She returned to us, however, several years ago with fresh ideas and a team spirit. She's an outstanding and kind classroom teacher who shares her ideas, expertise, and deep understanding of math content and pedagogy through curriculum mapping, professional development. She's a tremendous asset to St. Mary's County Public Schools, and we're lucky to have her, and we're glad she came home.
Daughter's teacher, I can tell you, man. She was fantastic. She came home. My daughter came home, and she raved about Miss Bean. So I got to say that the award was well deserved. So that's kudos to you. So they do a great job at Banneker, by the way. Miss Tenney, Miss Jody Tenney, she can come on down. She's our math teacher of the year for middle school. Give her a round of applause. Keep wanting to call her Glasner, but it's not her. It's her maiden name.
Is it in as Gleisner?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. Whoops.
That's on Mr. Smith. That's on
Sorry,
Mr. Smith.
sorry
by the way.
to Mr. Tenney.
Right, and a proud graduate of Leonardtown High School.
Absolutely.
Well, Miss Tenney is our 2016 Outstanding Math Teacher of the Year for middle school, and I've known Jody for 8 years as her direct supervisor in mathematics. Throughout her tenure in St. Mary's County, I've witnessed Jody's passion for mathematics and dedication to all of her students, and I've seen her firsthand, her incredible dedication, motivation, and work ethic. Ms. Tenney has the rare gift to be able to both understand math and explain it to those that do not. Jody's incredibly hardworking, motivated, and patient, and finds original ways to motivate her students and make even some mundane lessons exciting. Her nonstop energy, creativity, and dedication to her students are truly remarkable. Ms. Tenney also serves as the co-department chair for Leonardtown Middle School, and her leadership is instrumental in helping Leonardtown Middle School achieve the highest pass rates for our last most recent formative assessments from a county, both value-added growth-wise and proficiency metrics as well. Tireless commitment to her students at Leonardtown leads one to correctly conclude that she is the consummate professional. In a county full of teacher stars, Miss Jody Tenney is one of the brightest, and she has my highest recommendation. Let's acknowledge her as our SMECO Math Teacher of the Year. All right, Mr. Brian Wiesner. Okay, I'm waiting for this one, too. It is with high regard. Let's recognize Mr. Wiesner as he walks down the aisle. Mr. Brian Wiesner, he's our outstanding high school math teacher of the year as awarded by SMECO. Mr. Wiesner has forged an incredible reputation as a cutting-edge advanced placement calculus teacher, a teacher coincidentally that's facilitated the highest cumulative AP scores in our high-performing county. Brian's leadership has been instrumental in helping Great Mills achieve the highest pass rates ever in the history of Great Mills for this past school year. And quantitatively, his students have accrued test scores commensurate with the highest performing schools in the country. This is no small accomplishment for both Great Mills High School and for Mr. Wiesner in only his 4th full year of teaching advanced placement coursework. Lastly, it should be noted that Brian's school prowess is not limited to the classroom. He's a highly decorated basketball coach whose programs have been widely recognized amongst the elite in the entire state. Simply put, Mr. Wiesner is a master teacher, coach, and educational professional who maximizes his students' potential. His commitment to education and his student success is without peer. Let's recognize Mr. Brian Wiesner.
Yay! That's right.
Mr. Wiesner, you got a cheering section there. That's awesome. Very good, very good. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jason Hayes. I will be introducing you to our 2016 Outstanding Science Teachers of the Year presented by SMECO. First, I would like to introduce to you Miss Christy Wink. Christy, come on down. Give her a round of applause. Christy is a 5th grade teacher at Benjamin Banneker Elementary School. She has been teaching for 9 years at Banneker. 6 of those 9 years she has been teaching science. I'm new to elementary science this year, and I can tell you without a doubt that Christy is the person that I go to first with anything when it comes to elementary science. She's that kind of person that will just say, how can I help? Let me give you this idea. She's very receptive to any kind of information, any kind of ideas, and so on. And she's just an all-around great teacher. She's the kind of teacher that I would want my children to have as an elementary teacher. She has a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of creativity in the elementary science classroom. So a big round of applause for our 2016 Science Teacher of the Year, Christy Wink. And I'd like to also then recognize Miss Rebecca Waite. She is our 2016 High School Science Teacher of the Year. Miss Waite has been with us only 4 years, but I can tell you and I can attest that in those 4 years, she has made her mark on science in St. Mary's County. She has been with me through numerous curriculum workshops, assessment writing workshops. I've been able to observe her a lot because she's only been in here now 4 years, and so she's had to get tenure. So I've been able to see firsthand what's going on in her classroom. And I can tell you, and I can stand here and tell you, she can teach any kind of student you can throw at her. I mean, she can just get those students to learn whatever they need to learn science-wise. She is a very shining star in our county, and she is shining very brightly here as we recognize her tonight. Congratulations.
And I believe there's photos now, so let's have you come over. Let's take some photos. If we have our principals come down and join us, I see
Mr. Hybel is
I see Mrs. Bullen, I see Mr. Hybel. Well, this way, this way. Fantastic. All right, congratulations. Very nice. All right.
Right. Right. Okay. One last call for our interpreter. Is he or she here? All right. So with that, we have done a workaround. So we are going to go to the World Team's recognition. Mr. Jason Hayes is presenting.
Thank you. Thank you. Tonight, I'm here to recognize the 3 St. Mary's County teams that made it to the World VEX IQ Championships in Louisville, Kentucky, and they competed just last week. But before I do that, let me set the stage with you and tell you about what got them there to the World Championships. And it all started on February 20th, 2016, up in Towson, Maryland, at the Maryland State VEX IQ Championships. Starting with Ridge Elementary School. The team is known as the Rockets. The Ridge Rockets earned the Elementary Excellence Award. Excellence is the top award given to the team that exemplifies overall excellence in the VEX IQ robotics program. They are ranked number 1 in the entire state of Maryland. That deserves a round of applause. Their score and their ranking earned them an automatic berth in the World Championships. Our second team to compete and go to Worlds is from Spring Ridge Middle School, Team RoboClan. They received the STEM Research Project Award for their project on alternative energy sources, giving them a number 1 ranking in the STEM division and an automatic berth in the World Championships. Again, a round of applause. The third team from Spring Ridge Middle School, Team Oblivion's ranking in the robot skills was the 4th highest in the state of Maryland, and they were invited to fill one of the 2 World Championship wildcard slots. So we had 2 middle school teams and 1 elementary school going to the world competitions, which occurred last week down in Louisville, Kentucky. I am pleased to say that the Ridge Rockets brought home the Design Award. And they were matched with a team from China, and they did receive 1 perfect score. So we are very, very proud of all of the participants, and especially Ridge, especially for your award for design. So a big round of applause for all the teams. Before I call the students up, I'd like to recognize the coaches and parent volunteers that are in the crowd. If you are here, if you could just wave your hand or stand up. For Ridge Elementary, David Canavo. Baseball?
Baseball.
All right.
Lisa Anderson. And Joanne Vaden. For Spring Ridge RoboClan, Fred Lancaster. And Kim Grabenstein. And finally, for Spring Ridge Team Oblivions, Tom Galligan. And Charles Ludwig. Students, when I call your names, please walk the red carpet, stand up here. I will give you your certificate, and then we'll get the group photo. We'll start with the Ridge Rockets, Jasmine Edison. Connor Tomasic. Luis Quiones.
All right.
Grace Anderson. Destiny DeShields. And Gabrielle Canavo. Ladies and gentlemen, your number 1 Maryland ranked Ridge Rockets. Spring Ridge RoboClan, starting with Gabrielle Bose. Hampton Watts. Matthew Lancaster. Landon McDowell. Logan Heitmeyer. Caroline Lancaster. Florencia Dameron. Morgan Anderson. And Dylan Hoskar. Team Oblivion, starting with Lachlan Ludwig.
Oh, perfect.
Eric Anderson. Ryan Lowe. Kai Jung. Bailey Berg. Mariah Boyd. Austin Williams. Kyle Mashek. Patrick Albright. Maria Morris. And Nazir Salcedo. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for our VEX IQ World Champion teams.
You guys have seen how everybody else has done it, right? So we're gonna go right here. So I get the taller ones on this back row right here.
Principals also, I see Ms. Volkman
back.
Tom, you're gonna anchor.
There you go, guys, come over here.
Okay.
Tilt your shoulders in and you're
Here's the photo, so you're gonna have to kind of push in, move over. We got to get the place. I like it.
this way. Here we go, turn. Guys, fill in over here. Fill in. There you go.
Things out, look at that, that looks great. These are really nice. These are posable, like that.
No, you're good.
That's the way we look at it.
All right. Fantastic. Great job. Looks great. Extra. Well, thank you.
I know it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am also here tonight to recognize our Cyber Patriot teams from Great Mills High School. This past fall and winter, students from Great Mills High School competed in Cyber Patriots National Youth Cyber Defense Competition. The competition puts teams of high school students in the position of newly hired IT professionals tasked with managing the network of a small company. In the rounds of competition, teams are given a set of virtual images that represent operating systems and are tasked with finding cybersecurity vulnerabilities within the images and hardening the system while maintaining critical services. Teams compete for the top placement within their state and region. Teams of up to 5 students compete in online rounds. Each round occurred at Great Mills High School. Scores from the first 2 rounds are added and used to determine tier placement for the state and regional rounds. All 5 teams from Great Mills High School, 2 in the Open Division and 3 junior ROTC teams in the All Services Division, advanced to the gold tier of the state round. The Cyber team scored well enough in the state round to advance to the regional round. The Cyber team placed first of all Maryland teams competing in the Open Division gold tier. That's a round of applause. Before I call the students up, I would like to acknowledge their coach, Miss Nora Blasco, who's one of our STEM teachers. Miss Blasco, congratulations. Students, I'll call your name, walk the red carpet, I'll give your certificate, and then we'll get a photo op, okay? Starting with Colin Songi. Brian Weirs. Connor Schaefer. Kenny Becerra. Josh Hoffman. And Daniel Worming. Gentlemen, another round of applause for our Cyber Patriot team.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Moore.
All right.
All you.
Good evening. I'm here to recognize the Destination Imagination teams who will be going to the global finals in the coming weeks. I'd also like to invite Dr. Laura Carpenter, who's the assistant principal at Dinard Elementary, to join me at the podium to help with the recognition. Dr. Carpenter spearheads this program for our schools and serves as a regional director for Maryland DI. Laura, thank you for your ongoing leadership and support for this incredible program. Destination Imagination is an international creative problem-solving program in which students work together as part of a team to develop a solution to one of 6 different challenges, which they perform in front of appraisers at the tournaments. DI is about being wild and creative, about thinking outside the box, and about finding the fun in solving problems. It's also about using a lot of duct tape. DI is being implemented as part of our system-wide STEM for All efforts. This is a magical program. DI encourages you to think, to dream, to build, to think of the possible where the improbable presents itself. Move objects to and from a box over your head that you can't see? Sure, we can do that. Build a structure that holds a ton of weight out of tinfoil? No problem. See life through the eyes of a bug? Yeah, we can make that fly. See, we're also good at bad puns. So this year, in March, 16 teams from St. Mary's County participated in the regional tournament in Anne Arundel County. Over the last 8 years, the program has grown quite a bit. Back in 2008, Mr. Galligan was the sole team manager for one team that went to the tournaments, and since then we have had over 200 teams from our schools compete. 4 of those teams from the regional tournament advanced to the state tournament on April 9th at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, and out of a total 215 public and non-public elementary, middle, and high schools from across the state who participated in this event, we had 2 teams that are advancing to the global finals. Teams that finished in the top 3 for each challenge were invited to participate in the Global DI tournament that is held May 25 through 29 at the University of Tennessee in Knoxville, Tennessee. We are proud to recognize these 2 teams, so if you could join me up at the podium. Okay. First, I'd like to recognize Spring Ridge Middle School Tiny Space Whales, who is coached by Matthew Newcamp. So, Mr. Newcamp, you can please join us up here as well. They finished first overall in the middle level Close Encounters Challenge. The team members are Brianna Englert, Zoe Coughlin, Madeline Rose, and Cordelia Chase.
So who thought of the name?
Tiny Space
Tiny
Whales.
Tiny Space Whales? It was a combined effort. Very nice.
Congratulations.
Very nice. Congratulations. Thank you.
The second team that is advancing to the global finals is from Chesapeake Public Charter School, the Chesapeake Epidemic, coached by Maribeth Ganzel. And they finished second overall in the middle level Get a Clue Challenge. So these team members are, and please join us up here, Morgan Hunt, Annalie Johnson, Jolie Ganzel, Caitlin Kovac, and Courtney Rosenstadt. Congratulations and best of luck. Best of luck next month at the Global Finals.
Oh, it's photo time.
You've been in our longest. You've seen how everybody groups up here, all right?
Congratulations. All right, kind of stop right here. Kind of follow, come a little, maybe a little over here. Move a little like that. Move a little like that. Like that.
Step forward a little bit. Forward a little bit.
My son participated in Destination Imagination.
Say hi to Avery and Jack.
Great stuff.
Thank you. Epidemics and Tiny Space Whales.
Oh, she's got Cookie Monster hands.
Typical crowd.
Now it feels like a board meeting.
I know.
Hello, hello, hello.
All set?
Okay, yeah, clearly yes.
All righty, very good. And I'm joined up here by Mr. Egan, who's going to help with this presentation. Throughout the year, the superintendent has worked with our student board member, Sarita Lee, to call together students from our secondary schools to talk about issues that are facing them and to discuss ways in which we can help. Last month, in an initiative led by Ms. Lee and in partnership with the health department, students from across the county gathered for a youth summit to discuss ways to prevent drug misuse and to support students in resisting risky behaviors. I'd like to invite Dr. Mina Brewster, the St. Mary's County Health Officer, to join us for this recognition. One of the key issues facing our students is the prevalence of e-cigarettes and vaping. The increase of vaping over the last several years nationally has made it especially important for us to increase prevention initiatives and to make students aware of its dangers. This spring, the St. Mary's County Health Department challenged the graphic communication students at the Forest Center to design anti-vaping posters that would appeal to a teen audience. I'll now turn it over to Mr. Egan, principal of the Dr. James A. Forrest Career Center, to recognize the winning students for this poster contest. And I will put them on the screen.
Good evening, everybody. I'd like to thank the board members and Mr. Smith for giving us this wonderful opportunity to celebrate the talents of our teachers and our amazing students. You know, it's been said that when you choose a job you love, you never work a day in your life. I'm sorry, board members, but I can say with confidence, Miss Page and I have not worked a day since joining the Forest Center. So with that, Miss Page, come on up. I'm going to have Miss Page introduce our students. As you can see, very talented students, and we're very proud of the work they do each and every day. Yep.
Thank you for the honor of my students and me in this recognition. Let's see, Kelly Southam won first place, and hers is in the middle here. And the health department was very generous with the grants that they gave my students, the winners. Kelly won a Mac laptop, big prize.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
I'll hold it for you, Kelly.
Yeah, you're going to have to hold it. There you go.
Okay. LJ Downs won second place. He couldn't be with us today. And Claire Stevens
She
also couldn't be with us here today. So LJ and Kelly are both year 2 students, and Claire is a year 1 student. Always proud of my students.
Right.
Absolutely. Thank you. And how about
You stay.
Yeah.
you stay right there. Here, we'll do this. Here. Nice.
Do we want a couple
Yeah,
more?
look at that. That'll work? Okay. All right. Fantastic. Very nice.
Just to note, there was over 100 submissions from the contest.
Do you want to come to the
Right. Did you
mic?
get- I wanted the last word to be yours, Doctor.
Much. I think it was a fabulous competition. We could have used, these were cigarette restitution fund grant dollars, because we've been seeing a dramatic rise in e-cigarette use across our youth. And we know that there's so many unknowns still to these products. They are addictive nicotine products, and that most of our youth don't know what's in them. There's several different chemicals. Prizes, I hope, that was an incentive. We were able to, and of course Ms. Page's leadership and so forth, and Mr. Egan's leadership in the school, generate over, I think, nearly 100 submissions. of some fabulous work. I mean, this is professional level stuff. These kids are amazingly talented. We were so appreciative, so thank you so much. And all these images will be put to great use. They will be the images we'll be using in the next couple of years, especially as we look to address the rise in e-cigarette use in our youth population here. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, with vaping parlors becoming as widespread as nail salons, I sort of feel like we should require that they have to post
something
those
such as that.
posters outside of those facilities.
Okay.
Oh.
Something near and dear to all of us, food.
Might be crossing one's mind at 7 o'clock
That's
at
right,
night.
it might be at 7:19, yes.
7:19.
More importantly, safe food.
Yes.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
We're here to recognize some of the great works that the food service has done this year. We'll start off by going over our Gold Star Awards. Dr. Brewster, if you'd like to come up and...
All right, so the Gold Star Award ceremony we held earlier this month in April. The Gold Star Award was something that was established in 2008 as a way to recognize the most outstanding food service facilities in this county. It's incredibly vigorous. The requirements to achieve a Gold Star Award from the St. Mary's County Health Department, the food service facilities have to demonstrate excellence across a variety of food safety criteria. And they really need to show that they either don't have any violations or they only have minor violations that get fixed very quickly. And we're so excited because the school system always, every year, has some outstanding level of effort from all their food service facilities, and many of the food service facilities within the school system achieve the Gold Star Award. Less than 10% of the nearly 500 food service facilities in this county receive this award in a given year. So it really is a testament to the schools that receive this of how incredibly dedicated and thorough they are with their attention to health and safety.
So I'll go over, we have Banneker Elementary School, the Chesapeake Charter School, Esperanza Middle School, Evergreen Elementary, our Fairlead Academies, Carver Elementary School, Great Mills High School, Greenview Knolls, Hollywood Elementary, Leonardtown Elementary, Leonardtown Middle, Letty Marshall Dent, Lexington Park, Margaret Brent Middle, Mechanicsville Elementary, Oakville Elementary, Ridge Elementary, Spring Ridge Middle, and White Marsh Elementary. Oh. That's the most that we've ever had in the past year, so we're very proud of our schools. We would also like to recognize Town Creek Elementary School. They were the winner of the Maryland Breakfast Challenge this year. Maryland Kids, No Kids Hungry campaign in partnership with Maryland State Department of Education and other anti-hunger advocacies from across the state announced that 10,000 more students in Maryland started receiving a healthy breakfast as a result of the Maryland Breakfast Challenge. Town Creek Elementary took part in this challenge, and they were the winners for St. Mary's County. The school did many things to increase the breakfast participation rate at their school this year.
And so some of the things they did this year was they invited the parents to come and eat breakfast with the students. So we did that at the end of last year. And then we also did a taste testing on one of their healthy nights. And so the parents could see what breakfast offerings we have. So they increased to about 60 students eating breakfast, which is pretty large for Town Creek Elementary size.
Yes.
So.
Yes, it is. Great.
So we just wanted to congratulate them. Also, next week we are going to be celebrating School Nutrition Employee Week. Between preparing healthy meals, adhering to strict nutrition standards, navigating students' food allergies, and offering service with a smile, St. Mary's County Public Schools food nutrition professionals have a lot on their plates.
There we go. All right.
We will be celebrating School Nutrition Employee Week to show how truly grateful we are for all the hard work that they do every day by providing nutrient-rich meals to the students of St. Mary's County. Lunch Hero Day will be on May 6th. We will end our week by showing our school lunch heroes thanks cards recognition. Please stop by and thank a few of our school lunch heroes. Mr. Smith?
All right, I got a proclamation to read.
Lisa Hackney, would you like to come up?
She's also one of the Gold Star winners this year for cafeteria.
I will be reading this and then handing this to you, okay? So ready? I'm sure. Whereas nutritious meals are an essential part of the school day, and the school food service operation, by virtue of the service provided to students and staff, is an integral part of the educational environment of St. Mary's County Public Schools. And whereas the staff of St. Mary's County Public Schools Department of Food and Nutrition Services is committed to promoting wellness and providing healthful, nutritious meals to our county's children, and whereas the men and women who prepare and serve school meals help nurture the children of St. Mary's County Public Schools through their daily interaction and support. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Education of St. Mary's County does hereby proclaim the week of May 2nd through May 6th, 2016 as School Nutrition Employee Week in St. Mary's County Public Schools. All school staff and students are encouraged to express their deep appreciation to these valuable employees and commend their good work on behalf of the children. Signed this 27th day of April 2016 by myself and all the board members. So, come out here. Let's get an actual handshaking. Let's mute this. All right. I hand this to you. We're going to right? Yeah.
Take like a 5-minute. Do we need a break?
All right. Some people want a 5-minute break, so we will reconvene at 7:31.
All right.
Approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right. Action items. Mr. Hartwick. Refurbishment of the tennis courts at Great Mills and Chopticon High Schools.
Good evening, board members. This particular board item tonight will be requesting your approval to use a national cooperative purchasing contract referred to as NCPA for the refurbishment of tennis courts at Great Mills High School and Chopticon High School. And I'll tell you, just as I kind of go through the presentation, that the firm of American Tennis Courts Incorporated was the awardee of that particular contract. So just by way of some quick background, the FY 2016 local CIP provided $700,000 for tennis courts refurbishments at 3 locations, Great Mills, Chopticon, and Esperanza Middle School. All of those courts were constructed as part of major additions and renovations, and you can see the years for those particular schools. When we really looked carefully at field conditions at each location and went back and looked at the original construction documents, there was no doubt that Esperanza Middle School was probably in the worst shape. It has the most severe cracking, and it's got some ponding issues which really contribute to some of these problems. So we did have asphalt cores taken at Great Mills High School and Chopticon High School. Both of those cores showed at least 5 inches of asphalt, which is very good because it gives us some options going forward. We did also take the next step of hiring Gale Associates. Gale Associates is a pre-qualified engineering firm for us. They have a very well-regarded athletic group out of Boston, but they also have a Townsend office. So we were talking to the 2 offices. What we did was we asked them to review the scope of work proposed by American Tennis Courts. We also asked them to review the pricing provided. So there were recommendations that came out of that. They were incorporated into the proposals from American Tennis Courts, and they found the pricing to be within their expected range. So the scope of the work, I won't spend much time on this, but the scope is essentially the same at both locations for Great Mills High School and Chopticon. What you saw in the proposals, the difference in the proposals is really only in the quantity. Great Mills High School courts are a little bit larger in overall size. So the main part of this is they're going to be able to mill down the top 2 inches of the asphalt, leaving a sublayer of 3 inches. They will fill the cracks, any cracks that they see at the sublevel, and then they'll overlay a fresh 2-inch layer of new asphalt. And one of the things that the Gale was very good about was specifying the asphalt mix, which is critical in tennis courts. So with that, the courts will get all new nets, sleeves, anchors, all those things, and they come in and then they do a color, like a series of 3 color coats, paint the lines, and then reinstall the fence. And with that, because American Tennis Court is such a large company, they're basically going to do these courts kind of sequentially, almost concurrently in some ways, and that will take approximately 45 days. So we will complete it this summer. So procurement, whenever we go to a cooperative purchasing agreement or try to write a contract, we do so with in mind that we really can't be any more efficient or not likely to get the number of bidders, and may not be able to beat the price. So this particular contract, NCPA contract 0802, was put out again by a state agency in Texas, and it was put out and awarded in 2003 for running tracks and tennis courts. St. Mary's County Public Schools is registered with a cooperative. As I mentioned before, American Tennis Courts was awarded the contract in our region. Many school systems have used this, including Montgomery County Public Schools, Baltimore County Public Schools, and most recently, at the last board meeting, I think for the Board of Education of Calvert County, they used this same contract for the refurbishment of their track and their tennis courts at Huntington Town High School. So, we believe that the pricing is highly competitive. The pricing has not changed since 2013. One of the aspects is American Tennis Courts is really one of the largest specialized tennis courts builders in the country. What sets them apart is they essentially self-perform all of their work, including the paving, which is the most critical in this enterprise. American Tennis Courts, we have worked with them before with the refurbishment of the tennis courts and the running track at Leonardtown High School, and they performed very well on both those projects. American Tennis Courts is also a certified MBE. This is a local project. We are always kind of reaching out to MBE. And then finally, American Tennis Courts has had a long history with the Department of Maintenance, provided them with good service in maintaining both running tracks and tennis courts. So I just want to do a quick recap. Sources, these awards will play into that. Again, the original funding in FY16 was $700,000. To date, we spent $2,400 with Gale Associates. The Great Mills proposal is just almost $209,000. Tropicana High School is $168,444. The subtotal of those two proposals for construction only is $377,350. And like all of these, you're never quite certain where you're going to get until you mill off the top layer of asphalt. So we're asking for a construction contingency for both projects of $50,000. So with that, the total expected expenditures to date upon approval tonight is just $429,750, and that leaves $270,250 for Esperanza Middle School, which I think should be sufficient. So that's the funding, and the recommendation is to use the National Cooperative Purchasing Alliance contract, NCPA 08-02, $377,350 to American Tennis Courts for the courts at Great Mills High School and Tropicana High School, and we ask that you further authorize a construction contingency of $50,000. So with that, I'll take your questions.
No questions, thank you, Mr. Carney.
Yes, there was some concern the last time you presented about using piggybacks, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm a life member of the American Society of Military Comptrollers, a member of the American or the Association of Government Accountants. Through that, I had a certification as the certified government financial manager, and in any training or literature, they always put that out as a best practice. It's basically the reason for GSA in the federal government. You get a better price, and as you say, you can extend past your region to get somebody to come in and do it. So I fully support your using those contracts, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Great job. Any questions I had were answered as I continued through the presentation, so thank you. Mr. Washington?
Good job. Thank you very much.
Mrs. Allen?
I support doing this. My understanding of the hold in doing Esperanza Middle School is the fact that you need a geotechnical report on the subsurface soil conditions. Is that related to the erosion issues that were addressed there earlier, or is that a different issue? Or?
It is a different issue, but
Okay.
it's interesting. On one side, you can have so vastly different soil.
Right.
I'd rather have the soil where the erosion was underneath the tennis courts, because what's happening is it looks like there's a clay layer there, and whenever you get moisture into that clay layer, it expands and it contracts, it expands, it contracts. So I need to see the full depth of that geotechnical boring to really evaluate what our best approach will be to Esperanza Middle School.
Very good. And to Mr. Carney's point with respect to piggybacking, I was at a meeting at MABE for most of today, and there was a discussion about the fact that there was a bill that went to the General Assembly this past session on requiring everything to be put out to bid, and then having to take whatever that lowest bid was. And the conversation was that in doing these piggybacks, oftentimes if you then turn around and at the same time put out for bid whatever the contract is, that oftentimes the bids will come back at 2 times the cost or more of what you've been able to piggyback for. And so thankfully that bill was defeated because piggybacking is a best practice. And so kudos to you for bringing this forward and doing so in a responsible manner. That's all.
Okay, and with that, may I have a motion for this action item?
I move that the Board of Education approve the use of the National Cooperative Purchasing Alliance Contract NCPA 08-02 in the amount of $377,350 to American Tennis Courts Incorporated for Great Mills High School and Chopticon High School, and that the board further authorizes a construction contingency of $50,000.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Steve Witten, some roof repairs.
Good evening.
Good evening.
We started our day together. It's so nice to end our day together.
It was nice seeing all the kids getting their awards. I was trying to talk to someone. I was trying to remember when I was that nervous. I'm sure I got an award when I was that young and that nervous. But it's good to see. It does the heart good somehow. So I have roofing repairs and maintenance of various school sites. Up front, I'd like to let you know that I'm sure you've read through it already, that recommendations are a little different than I typically ask for. So roofing information, the Department of Maintenance manages approximately 1.6 million square foot of roofing. Every 6 months, the roofs are inspected and minor repairs are done. And when I say that is instances where we come across stuff that we can handle in-house are accomplished and are required to maintain a dry educational space and roofing warranties if applicable. Some of our roofs or some of our roof areas are not under warranty anymore. Currently, we are recommending 1 repair task at Esperanza Middle School and maintenance tasks at 5 other schools for roof conditions beyond our in-house resources. Esperanza Middle School had a failure shortly before the winter, apparently, and the water leaked, and you'll see the picture of it in a minute, but it leaked between, there's 4 or 5 layers of roof, actually, on this roof, I think it's 3. It leaked between the first 2 layers, and over the winter when it froze, it tore a roof section apart, basically. It did not leak into the space until after the winter freeze went away. So Esperanza Middle School roofing area consists of 2 major sections. The first section, about 50% of the total roof space, was installed in 2000, and the second space, about the other 50% of the total roof area, was installed or replaced in 1976. The area replaced in 1976 is in good shape overall. It's extremely good shape overall. We do have this one area that has failed, and that's what I'm before you this evening. That's the first failure. This area being repaired has suffered damage due to undetected leaks that developed during the winter months. This saturation of the roof material delaminated or broke apart the layers of roofing material during the freeze and thaw events. General scope of work is to install a thermoplastic TPO roofing material using about 1/2-inch density insulation board and mechanically fastened to the roof. The cost is about $23,212. This is the same scope that we've used to redo the media center at Chopticon and the back center of the back science area at Chopticon also, which has worked out for 2 years wonderfully. It is a temporary fix. When I say temporary, it comes with a 15-year warranty, and we expect it to last that. And what we're attempting to do is we're attempting to adjust the 2 50% areas of the roof. We're trying to make the 1976 last as long as possible until that 2000 fails, so that we can have one roof. In reality, I talk about we have 27 to 29 school facilities, depending on how you count them. In reality, we don't have that many roofs. We probably have almost double that amount of roofs just because of how the buildings were constructed over time. So as you can see, the area we're replacing would be basically from this parapet wall all the way around and the foreground. And it's quite a large area, but you can see how badly it damaged the roof once the water got under. You can see where it heaved the gravel and everything out of the way. That area, for those of you who are familiar with the school as it's constructed, basically this is the new area of the building here, and the old area would every year I come to you with maintenance. Sometimes I have to do a replacement like Chop kind a couple years ago. So this year, what we're looking forward to is Great Mills High School, Esperanza, Margaret Brent, and then Lenny Marshall Dent and Ridge Elementary Schools. The front side of Lenny Marshall Dent needs work. Great Mills High School, for example, that's 2 sections of roof. Basically looking at the school, it's the left-hand side of the school that is an older roof, and so forth. These are not repairs. These are maintenance tasks. These are going around at about every 12 inches on center around the parapet walls or the edge of the roof where the flat roof becomes a structure. We have to do resealing, and that's where you see parapet wall seams need to be coated with aluminizer. Repair gravel stops when the roof doesn't have a parapet wall at the end and where it's just flat. The end is covered with a different material. We call it a gravel stop because the rest of the roof's covered with gravel. HVAC outside corner details and inside corner details basically are where the air conditioning units sit on top of the roof. You have a wall that they sit on, and those have to be resealed and so forth. The cost for all those projects will not exceed $60,000 in FY17. That's how much I put away every year to do just maintenance on roofs. Procurement method, it follows board policy DJC and DJCR. It is a piggyback bidding method. The contract was bidded recently in March. I know the date isn't here. March 3rd, 2016, the award was given. It is a local bid. It was done through St. Mary's County. The same contractor won it who has had it before. It is a great contract the way it's structured for the type of work we're doing with it. It would not be good for a roof replacement as a whole, a couple $1 million jobs. For how we use it, I think it's structured great. It's basically an hourly contract with reimbursement on materials with a slight markup, or a markup. Shouldn't say slight. It is a markup. The thing I enjoy about it the most is we track when the contractors arrive at the school. We track when they leave. That's how we justify their hours when they invoice us. And they're required to turn their invoices in for every piece of material they spend on our roofs. And our roofers can verify that that would be the appropriate amount of material for what they did. The last time I came to you, I asked for $54,000, and to date, they just finished off those projects. They got delayed over the winter. They just finished the projects, and they're giving us back about $10,000 they did not use, and they cannot justify. So it is an hourly, and the prices I present to you for Esperanza and are estimates based on what we see right now. It could go up when we cut into it, and it could go down. Most of the time, it has gone down. We take pretty good care of our roofs. So I have 2 recommendations in front of you, or 1 recommendation with 2 parts. What I'm basically asking for before I read through it is I'm asking for approval to make the repairs to Esperanza and with FY16 money, and I'm looking for approval to use the same contract, hopefully during the summer of FY17, to do general maintenance to the schools mentioned before, which were Great Mills, Esperanza. I have to go back. Great Mills, Esperanza, Margaret Brent, Lenny Marshall Dent, and Ridge. So the recommendation is that the Board of Education approve the use of the existing St. Mary's County Department of Public Works Time and Material Contract SMC 16 BS 84637 to authorize roofing repairs in Esperanza Middle School totaling $23,212.20, which includes a contingency of $1,160 using FY16 operating funds. And furthermore, that the Board of Education of St. Mary's County approve the use of the existing St. Mary's County contract, the same as the previous, as proposed, and not to exceed $60,000 using FY17 funds. Any questions or comments?
No questions, thank you.
Mr. Carney?
No questions.
Thank you.
No questions. Thank you very much. Ms. Washington?
You have a good system in place to ensure of the material and the man hours are being used, and that you did your research on this. We have to make sure that our roofs are well maintained, or it'll cost much more money in the future with the damage that's done to the building. So these are things that we need to get done and maintain the quality of our buildings. Thank you.
Mrs. Allen?
Once this is approved, when do you anticipate the work will start and be then completed?
Right around graduation time. They're telling me that right the 3rd week of June. Once the weather breaks, it all is dependent on weather. They don't if there's rain in the forecast the next week and a half, they don't want to cut the roof open.
Right.
The maintenance work they can do, whether it rains or not, on and off, but the Esperanza job would be rain dependent. But they need to be done before July 1, and they are aware of that.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Anything else? Okay. May I have a motion for this recommended action?
I move.
Go ahead.
I move that the Board of Education of St. Mary's County approve the use of the existing St. Mary's County Department of Public Works Time and Materials Contract, SMC-16-BS-84637, to authorize roofing repairs at Esperanza Middle School totaling $23,212.26. 20 cents, which includes a contingency of $1,160 using FY16 operating funds. Furthermore, that the Board of Education of St. Mary's County approve the use of the existing St. Mary's County Department of Public Works Time and Materials Contract number SMC-16-BS-84637 to authorize various roofing maintenance projects as proposed and not to exceed $60,000 using fiscal year 17 funds.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carried. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Have a nice evening.
Okay.
Thank you.
And with that, next board meeting will be on Wednesday, May 11th at 9 a.m. Everyone, please remember, Friday is a students attend school day, but it is early dismissal. And we are done. Thank you.
Well done.